Ladies and gentlemen, let's Red Gaming Tech.com video. We have yet more news concerning Microsoft's acquisition of Mojang. Supposedly it could be announced on as early as Monday, at least according to a report from Reuters. Now, according to this very same report, which is linked in the video's description, the deal is going to be going through somewhere around the neighborhood of 2.5 billion US dollars, which is actually higher than previous estimates. And an analyst from Nomura, his name is Rick Sherlin, said, and I quote, "We don't view this acquisition as a signal of Microsoft's intent to double down on Xbox, but consider it an attempt to better address mobile on a cross-platform basis," and it also appears to be consistent with the CEO Satya Nadella's mobile and cloud strategy. Indeed, another source has actually cited that Notch, Marcus Pearson, was the one to reach out to Microsoft regarding this deal, and the Xbox boss, Phil Spencer, and Notch actually have, and I quote, "a close relationship," with Phil actually flying out to Sweden on several occasions to actually have dinner and meet up with Notch. In fact, this same source also states that Microsoft will allow Minecraft to still be available on rival products, so in other words Sony and so on, but future games will not be. Now, to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here, in 2012, Notch made around 100 million US dollars. So, if we were to then start doing a little bit Googling around, Mojang made about 129 million profit in 2013 is one of the headlines. That's from GameIndustry.biz and so on. So they are a very lucrative company. It's just a hell of a lot of cash in my personal opinion. But the real thing here is that Minecraft is becoming its own culture. There are YouTube channels that are incredibly popular that just focus solely on Minecraft. There are memes. I went, and this is no kidding whatsoever, to MCM Expo, which is like an expedition which shows which you'll see like movies, games, comics, everything there. And people sometimes dress up as, characters from games and stuff, or, wear silly hats or wear t-shirts or whatever. And definitely out of the thousands of people there, one of the most popular kind of memes or props, if you will, was, well, the axe, the symbol from Minecraft. But that's not to say that this is without some cause or some merit. It was actually way back in June, well, not way back, but still, June 16th, 2014, Marcus Pearson said on Twitter, and I'll try and remember to link it in the video description, but you can certainly Google it and it'll pop right up anyway. "Anyone want to buy my share of Mojang so I can move on with my life? Getting hate for trying to do the right thing is not my gig." And it's no secret that Notch had made several comments in the past to say that he was getting a little bit stressed out with the direction of the game, and of course there was a hell of a lot of criticism that was leveled against Mojang when it came to the crackdown of buying certain perks for real life money. And in my personal opinion, I don't really play Minecraft, but from what I'm hearing, it sounds like they kind of made the right decision. Yes, it probably screwed over some players, but I could see why they did it, to try and weed out the more unscrupulous servers. Regardless, anyway, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, Notch was definitely starting to feel the pressure. And I could kind of understand his perspective of just wanting to take the money and run. And I don't necessarily know if I agree with him. If I were him, I don't know if I'd sell Mojang. But then again, he has so much money. He will make so much cash. He could easily make another studio, assuming there's not a non-compete agreement or something similar. He could easily create another studio, or he could just, return to the game industry in a couple of years' time when he's had some rest. Whatever the hell he wants to do. Good luck to him. From the perspective of Minecraft and Microsoft, though, it's 2.5 billion. That's more than what Oculus were bought out for by Facebook. I think that was around 2 billion out of memory. Regardless, it's just a lot of money. I don't really know what Microsoft are going to be doing with it. I mean, sure, they're going to use it for mobile devices and stuff, and it's going to be great for Windows phones. And one thing I could possibly say is it could be a real draw for their Windows phones, make them exclusive, make like Minecraft 2, just for example, make them exclusive to the Xbox One, make them exclusive to the Windows Phone, make them exclusive to Windows. I could see that. Don't necessarily know if it would be the only thing they'd need to do to make, Windows phones super competitive, but it would make sense, I guess. It's just a lot of money, is pretty much my point. I'm not saying Microsoft are wrong about doing it, it's just, if it is true, it's definitely a very large decision. I mean, even Microsoft, even to a company as massive and huge in terms of profits as Microsoft, 2.5 billion is not a small chunk of change. It's not like you're just, buying some random little company for like 50 million, which is still a huge amount of money to like you and I, but, to Microsoft it's not that much. But 2.5 billion is a huge chunk of money. I would, however, argue that having Minecraft exclusive to your platform or your ecosystem is quite a feather in your cap. I personally don't really see the appeal of Minecraft. I've played it very briefly, but not really my thing, if I'm totally honest. Mostly because I prefer story-driven games. It's one of the reasons I don't really play multiplayer that much now. I prefer like a narrative and kind of a beginning and end, unless I'm playing fighting games. But for others, it's becoming a way of life, and that, all power to you if that's your thing. The bottom line, however, is Microsoft know this. They could easily capitalize on this so much. There can be movies, there can be everything made under the sun with Minecraft, and for mobile devices, for tablets and so on, having it exclusive to your platform potentially in the future. As I said, currently it's going to be available on rival consoles, but while I don't necessarily know if you could make a Minecraft 2, maybe sequel, but I am sure they could. I mean, just improve the graphics, kind of improve the aesthetic. Obviously, I feel that if they completely destroyed the aesthetic appeal of how it is, in other words, they completely revamped the graphics, people might not like it. But certainly higher quality textures and all the other bits maybe make it even more customizable, even more tools, even more abilities. Who the hell knows? Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. It's just a little puzzling, but let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Take care, and bye for now.